Good evening to the ladies and to the gentlemen. This is Quick Hits with Pat and Diggs, brought to you by SeatGeek.
Hey!
The #1 ticket buying app/online place to buy tickets.
You get it.
Yep. They take all the tickets from all around the internet and put them in one spot for you. They rate them, they color code them, they show you a picture of what your seat's gonna look like. Pat got a hairball. That's what happens when you live with 13 cats, 2 dogs, a couple mice.
Excuse me, this is because of this situation back here.
He did just check out the fresh
Very
fade.
professional of you, though, to keep going there while I was almost damn near dying. I just pulled some of my own hair, I think, out of in between my teeth. It was a wild moment. Let's get on with it.
SeatGeek.
SeatGeek.
$20 off your first purchase using promo code HITS. HITS.
That's all we play here is the hits.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Go to a
right.
game. Go to a play. Go to a ballet. What? No, you put a Z at the end, you're a cocksucker. It's HITS. Let's get into wild card weekend. We're going to go in order of how the games were played. Colts, Texans, what do you got?
I think Colts-Texans was exactly what we thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The Indianapolis Colts are a buzzsaw, and Houston had a problem. And if you follow along with any of us on the internet, me at Pat Mcafee Show, at Viva Lazito, at Heartland Radio, or at Diggs with a Z,
Cocksucker.
you know that we have been on the Colts train for a long time now. Going into training camp, I talked to Chris Ballard. I was like, hey, Cuzzy, you got a lot of money left. There's a lot of people out there. How about we bring in some big names? He goes, no, we're going to build a culture.
Build the culture.
Build the culture.
Build the culture.
And they got off to a terrible start. And now they've won 9 out of their last 10. Maybe 10 out of their last 11. And the Kansas City Chiefs got no hope. I expected the Houston Texans to put up a little bit more of a fight than they did. They kind of got hot there late. But this Colts team is fun to watch right now.
A little early teaser for Thursday's picks. I think I'm going to roll with the Kingdom. By the way, we were 4-0 on our picks last week. You're welcome.
Were we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, Colts dominated Texans. Texans line is terrible. Texans secondary is terrible. That's just not a good recipe against the Colts.
How about the Texans secondary taking shots at the most underrated wide receiver in
Dummy.
the NFL? Then Cuzzy showing up in the clown
Dummy.
mask, 65 yards in the first drive.
Dummy.
Then we're up by so much we don't even need the kid anymore. How's it going? T.Y. Hilton, guest on the show Thursday.
I mean, Jonathan Joseph was really good. Not anymore. You can't talk if you're not good anymore.
By the way, I think he kind of did that shot as like a side shot. He thought he was out of the interview, by the way. He was like, oh, you don't say that. And then like on his way out, he was like kind of a clown stuff, to be honest. And I wish he would have said it earlier so they could have asked more questions about the clown stuff. So maybe we could have pissed off T.Y. even more. But him wearing that mask, dominating, and his daughter wearing the mask the next day is a beautiful story. It's playoff football, baby.
Seattle at Cowboys. Clapper wins. Clapper won. The Clapper won. I don't know how.
That Cowboys team is very interesting to me. That Seahawks team also
You know what is very interesting? Running into an 8-man front all fucking game when Russell Wilson is your quarterback and he was throwing when he wanted to.
I don't think Diggs would ever, with a Z, would ever be in the position to compliment Russell Wilson as a quarterback because he hates him. He
As a
actually,
person.
not as a quarterback.
Not as a quarterback, as a person.
Diggs hates Russell Wilson. And the narrative after that game is Russell Wilson is too good to be doing what they were doing with him.
It was absurd.
And I agree with it, too. And I don't know whose call that is. I'm assuming it's the same guy that wanted to throw the ball on the 1-yard line and not hand it to Marshawn Lynch. I assume it's the same guy making that decision, making the decision they made in Dallas. Is this the end of the Seattle Seahawks being good? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Good for the Cowboys, though. They won a playoff game. That's not normal. Cowboys fans are far and wide. Good for them.
I agree. Now, same situation Sunday morning. The Ravens also running into an 8-man front all game and deciding to do the same exact thing over and over and over. But they have a high school quarterback and then a dog shit quarterback sitting on the bench, so they really had no other option.
It's like every election. You know? Do you want the shit
Dog.
sandwich or do you want the dog shit? It's the same thing. Joe Flacco would have got crushed in there. Lamar Jackson somehow, some way with that Baltimore Ravens defense made it a 1-score game at the end. Philly Rivers takes them on a nice ride. Back to Los Angeles, by the way. Baltimore.
Wild decision.
Back to Los Angeles. Back to Foxborough. It's a lot of traveling, but this Chargers team likes to do it. I like this Chargers team a lot, man. They seem to really enjoy each other. And Money Badger, one of the best nicknames I've ever heard in my entire life. Their kicker from the U.
Whether Joe Flacco was in the game or Lamar Jackson, the game was ending with a strip sack. It's just how it ends for the Ravens all the times. All the times.
Lamar, do you think Joe Flacco, there's that one cut where Lamar Jackson like stands up and Joe Flacco's literally cracking his knuckles?
Yeah, he does.
Joe Flacco didn't want to go in
He
that
can't
game.
wait to go out of there.
He wanted to go home.
Yeah. He can't wait to get out of there.
Joe Flacco won him a Super Bowl. He had a good run. That Uber driver who was talking to Melvin Gordon the day before took a couple shots at him. Seems like Joe Flacco and Baltimore are destined for quite a split. But is the Lamar Jackson Baltimore Ravens going to be good? I don't know.
Nope, they're dead. Game of the weekend, Sunday evening, Bears, Eagles, Big Dick, back.
Get the shirt.
Shirt. It didn't go very far. I'm dealing with new cards here.
What are we? We're in a divisional playoff round. A lot of weeks into the season, and your card tossing has somehow got worse.
We got new cards.
That wasn't a playoff.
Tell you what, the Eagles play above the rim. I don't know if you heard Collinsworth say it. They play above the rim. Ertz, Jeffrey, Foles, Gabagool.
Don't worry about Sproles, too. Darren Sproles plays above the rim.
Sproles, little guy. Golden Tate, little guy.
What is it about Nick Foles that makes him incredible?
I don't know.
He throws 2 picks and still becomes the hero in that thing.
It's mind-boggling.
Still wins the game. The Bears, Cody Parkey, the old double doink after getting his kick blocked is a terrible way to go into the offseason. Cody Parkey feels terrible. We all understand Cody Parkey feels terrible. Cody Parkey also knows he should have made that kick.
Correct.
But if he would just get 4 inches, I said this on the podcast, that thing is 3 inches away, maybe even 1 inch away from being a make. Can Cody Parkey not catch a fucking break? This guy, he doesn't deserve the way he's been treated by these goddamn uprights, which have been sitting on their judgmental bullshit for far too long. I put this tweet out last night that the uprights need to chill out, and there's a reason for it. Because the uprights are judgmental. They tell you what's good and what isn't good. They do. They reject things like the Happy Gilmore clown on the putt-putt. We're sick of the uprights bullshit. And I'm speaking for Cody Parkey there. Me and the uprights had a good relationship.
Maybe Cody, unlike Sidney and Billy Ho, doesn't take into factor that the wind can sway that way or that way.
By the way, when I played Lamar Odom in Horse, Venice Beach, that wind is a real thing. It sways from the ocean and the homeless folks to the businesses trying to survive.
Let's not blame it all on Cody.
Homeless.
Didn't see Khalil Mack do much.
By the way, he kind of did disappear, didn't he?
Didn't see the defense tackle Dallas Goedert on that little tight end screen pass where he broke his feet.
Because the way the game ended, and there was a lot of things that happened. The fumble, catch, breakup, review, Correnti, confused, whole thing happened. Doug Peterson icing Cody Parkey. That's one Doug Peterson, I think.
Always a good call.
Probably hangs up on the fridge.
Yeah.
You know, like the badge for it.
Just takes a picture of the fucking ball hitting the goalpost, puts it up on the fridge.
Both of them. Maybe it's 2 pictures with like a good job, Doug. His kid like signed it or something.
I'm always icing a kicker who has hit 6 field goal posts during the season.
See, and I would argue that it doesn't matter because if they've hit 6, their first one, they're already thinking about those last 6 anyway, so you're giving them a practice rep. I think stats have shown that it doesn't really matter either way, but boy, it works out whenever they make the first one and you call a timeout and then miss the second one. You look like you got a big swinging Nick Foles down there.
I'd be honest, in my mind, I'd have a real hard time if the other team has a timeout in my head thinking if they are going to ice me or not.
That's why you're not a professional kicker.
Also because I don't have the leg for it.
Can we talk about Clemson? That quarterback? What is that thing?
Oh, yeah.
What is that thing? You called it the biggest lock of the season on your IG, Clemson. I did not. I thought Alabama possibly wins by 100. I honestly thought that.
I watched them give up. Their defense just wasn't the same against Georgia and Oklahoma, and Clemson has just been dominant.
They gave up 37 points there.
Saban's dead.
What is Saban going to do? How many asses can he chew this offseason that's going to make them beat the freshman wide receiver, freshman quarterback combo That's all you need. I mean, Tavon Austin and Geno Smith literally did it for West Virginia for 4 years. They're doing it in the national championship. They're going to be doing that for the next 3 years until they both go probably number 1 and number 2 overall. It's unbelievable.
Maybe he goes back to Miami and fails there again.
Nick Saban? Shots fired.
No. What'd Dabo say?
Trevor's got to earn the job again.
Trevor has to earn the job again.
Dabo said that Trevor has to earn the job again,
That's
which is
hysterical.
very cute because another guy did have the job and it got pulled for Trevor.
And then he transferred.
I mean, you could continue to try to recruit younger quarterbacks. That's going to might be tough because you have a freshman guy. So maybe this is a good recruiting angle. But Trevor Lawrence is going to earn probably $100 million in the NFL at some point.
Yep.
I'd assume he can start at Clemson next year.
I would like to do a hats off to Nick Saban for not pulling an Urban and not faking a brain aneurysm or heart attack on the sideline, because that would have been the spot to do it.
That doesn't get commended enough.
Okay. Tomorrow would be a real shame Wednesday.
What did Tua's dad say?
Thursday. Oh, Tua's dad seems abusive.
I think it's pretty documented.
They literally, ESPN ran a whole fucking documentary about how, yep. Okay.
I knew that if I didn't play well, what was coming? Tom Rinaldi. Oh, what was that?
Would be a real.
The belt. Oh, that's nice. They just fucking played it off with music
I know.
behind it like it was motivational.
It's part of the culture.
Tell you what, made him a good quarterback into the last couple games. Maybe he does have a broken ankle. Does Tua come back next year and lead the Alabama? Roll, motherfucking Tide, roll in the national championship? I don't know. It's going to be tough with that freshman sunshine Greek god-looking motherfucker playing quarterback at Clemson. I'll be excited to see it. College
be a real
football,
shame.
every game counts.
Every game counts. Every show counts. Tomorrow would be a real shame Wednesday.
This photo of Trevor Lawrence, though, unbelievable. This had to be good. That's one of the most, it looks like it's photoshopped.
Yeah.
He looks like a king of the jungle, a majestic creature.
I'm on record saying I'd like a little more curl.
A little bit more bounce to the ounce,
Yeah.
says Diggs with a Z.